Hello, I'm Joey Haskins, and welcome back to You've Never Seen, in which I showcase a movie you've probably never seen before. The Western has sort of been redefined in the past decade, hasn't it? It's morphed from cowboys and outlaws during the Civil War to more modern movies taking place in current-day Middle America. This kind of started with Fargo back in the 90s, but it's been popularized most recently by Taylor Sheridan. He's a filmmaker who's made some of the most prolific westerns of the past few years: Sicario, Hell or High Water, and Wind River. We're actually not talking about a Taylor Sheridan film today. To be honest, all those films could probably be covered on this show, but go check them out if you haven't. Those movies are sort of examples of the kind of genre the Western is now. More modern stories focusing on people's struggles as they do bad things to get by in current-day America. Which leads me to today's film, Little Woods. Little Woods is the feature debut of Nia DaCosta, one of a new generation of filmmakers. Her career started out as a production assistant working with Sir Steve McQueen, Steve Soderbergh, and Martin Scorsese. Little Woods was written by her at that time and was selected to be worked on at the Sundance Screenwriters and Directors Lab in 2015. That's when she would end up meeting Tessa Thompson, who plays the main character in this movie and has starred in other movies of hers since. She didn't, however, star in the original short of Little Woods. For the life of me, I can't find any footage of the short film, so I assume the short never saw the light of day. But that short film was funded on Kickstarter as well as by Neon, the studio who made the film. Made for roughly around $11 million, the film stars the previously mentioned Tessa Thompson, as well as Lily James. They play Ollie and Deb, two sisters who struggle with life after the death of their mom. Ollie was a former drug dealer and is currently on probation. In fact, she's doing so good, she might get a job in Spokane, Washington. This means she'll be leaving their remote town in North Dakota, and since Deb is living out of a trailer with her son, Ollie is going to put their mother's house in her name. Unfortunately, it's being foreclosed, and the sisters have to come up with $3,000 in a week to keep it. It also doesn't help that Deb is pregnant and can't support 2 children. So Ollie is forced to go back into the drug dealing game to get the money she needs. She just has to do it behind the back of her probation officer, played by the late great Lance Reddick. This is where the Western element comes in. Ollie tries to be shifty about her dealings and even trusts the money to Deb, but life ultimately screws with them one way or another. This forces them to travel illegally across the Canadian border to not only get enough money, but also so Deb can get an abortion. Little Woods' Western distinction is passable at best, but I do believe it falls under that distinction. Tessa Thompson carries the film as her character struggles to get by in the American world, which is a sentiment that many of the best Westerns have in common. Lily James also delivers an emotional performance that would be a highlight if the highlight wasn't her trying to pull off a North Dakotan accent. She is so good at her performance that I'm enveloped in the story and I forget about the accent. Then when she transitions into it, it pulls me out of the film. But this is also coming from someone whose only experience with a North Dakotan accent is in Fargo, so maybe people do talk like Lily James's character, I don't know. But together, both Tessa Thompson and Lily James are fantastic. They act like sisters, and they have the chemistry of knowing each other for years and knowing their habits and mannerisms and helping each other get out of it, since they are both victims of the system. The film is very good, and the perfect kind of indie gritty film that can make a career. And naturally, it made Nia DaCosta's career. It premiered at the Tribeca Film Festival in 2018, where it won the Nora Ephron Award for Female Filmmakers and was acquired by Neon, being released in 2019. DaCosta has made 2 very prominent films since the release of Little Woods. The first was a spiritual sequel to the film Candyman, where she would work with Jordan Peele, whom she has cited as her mentor. The second was The Marvels, a sequel to the MCU film Captain Marvel, which not only made her the 4th woman to direct a Marvel movie, but the first Black woman to do it. And The Marvels is actually the highest box office opening directed by a Black woman, even though it completely bombed at the box office. It's not that bad, but there is a good movie hidden inside it. Nia DaCosta is a brilliant, unique voice in this generation of filmmaking, and she's got a bright future ahead of her. If her films are as good as Little Woods, I'm going to look forward to what she does next. You can watch Little Woods on Tubi, or you can check it out at your local library. With Western Media Center, I'm Joey Haskins, and I'll see you all next time.